Why, hello there, everybody. All right. Make sure we got the volume and everything going there. Looks pretty good to me. All right, we look good. Bacon is your wife. Oh, that sounds so nice. Notifications came 12 minutes late. It's all right, Denny. Danny Gallardo, thank you for popping in, man. Thanks for hopping in here and hanging out with us. Let's see, I want to throw together, if we can, we throw the Gohan on this team, make do with it. Bacon is your wife, it's another LR, so duh, you're gonna get it. Oh, of course, we got a grab for the free LRs. Hello, DT, how are you, good sir? And YouTube Country Time 78. You're getting his medals for the TUR right now, and everyone else is farming them. LRs already. I mean, yeah. Did you farm up all of his paths and all of his SA first? I mean, I didn't have to. Okay, so out of the 40 SSR Vegetas that I had, the tech ones from the Super Bully movie, I only needed 30 of them. So it took 14 to get the SA-10 for the first copy, and then it took 16 to get to the second copy. It wasn't too bad. Pretty good numbers. But am I pissed that I farmed up that extra 10? No. I'll use those if I decide to farm up another copy of the Vegeta and get him to SA get him up there to SA-10 so I can have the TUR at SA-10. So I'm in good shape. I have already Rainbow Starred the TUR version, and yeah, I mean, beyond that, everything else looks good. How are you guys doing tonight? What are you guys up to? Let's see, Bacon, you hope this Vegeta is good. You have it Rainbow, you just need 777. He is. He's good. I mean, he's not the greatest card of all time, obviously, he's free to play, but beyond just his free to play issues, definitely a good card. Segovia, you were the first person. Segovia, were you the first person? Like, I only have since the stream started, I've got it recorded over here on the left. I haven't checked that, but we're good for you. YouTube Country. Yeah, you SA-10'd him first, and then you opened up his paths. Got it. Yeah, see, over on Twitch, Lude Samurai. Hello, good sir. How are you? Anyway, I did not SA-10 him using the copies, but I'll tell you what, guys. By the time I got through and got the 6 copies I needed, 5 for the main copy, right? So you have 1 and then the 4 paths of Rainbow Star. And then the additional copy so you can get them up to SA-20. Because I'm doing the LR grind twice to do it that way so I don't burn any Kais. Waste not, want not. That's the whole adage. That's the idea, right? I'm going to pull back just a smidge. I zoomed in a little too far. I zoomed in too far. I can bring the mic a little closer to me, though. And that would work. Anyway, Segovia, you entered at 7:48. Okay, so I noticed there were a few guys who popped in before the stream started, so you were one of those. You were one of those guys. In fact, you were the first of those guys. I didn't actually take the time to read the first few comments. I was just busy eating dinner, watching Ranma stream for a little bit. Can somebody go ahead and go exclamation Ranma for me? I just want to make sure we get a shout out to my buddy who's finishing up his LR grind for the day. He's been grinding the medals for the Goku and Arale card. Oh, also exclamation toast, because I was watching Omnitoast stream earlier. And earlier today, I also want to give shout-outs to Shattered Enigma. So I believe exclamation Shattered. I believe I have flags for all three of them. So I'd love to give some shout-outs to the boys. You saw people do showcases of this LR Vegeta, and the most you saw him do was like 4.9 million. It was insane. Yeah, I mean, that's good, right? I mean, free-to-play card doing over 2... my opinion on things are, any free-to-play card that can reasonably do over 2 million damage is a good card. I mean, any card that can reasonably do over 2 million damage is a good card. It's just usually those cards aren't Rainbow Starred when they're doing 2 million damage, you know? So, but, yeah, any free-to-play card that's Rainbow that can do over 2 million damage is a good card. It's a good starting point, you know? How many medals do I have? I'm above 200. I'm not planning on finishing the farm tonight. I just figured we'd do a stream while I was farming. And we could just scoot forward a bit and then just kind of lean back a bit, you know? How's that? Yeah, that looks about right. Looks good. So, yeah, I'm somewhere around 200. We'll find out here in a moment. I've been grinding medals all day. Not a whole bunch, but I mean, this morning I got the 15 out of the way to make them into a TUR. And then after I finished that, I went ahead and kept grinding up medals for the 777. I did about 4 hours of grinding at work, off and on. I'm also busy right now getting stuff ready for school. My schooling officially starts on the 20th. And I've been looking at the schedule. They're going to be having me do 2 classes every 6 weeks. So I'm on kind of a semi-quarter basis. Every 6 weeks I do 2 classes. I don't think we're going to have a lot of time to do streaming. Certainly not going to have a lot of time to do World Tournament after this next World Tournament. So, just throwing it out there, guys. I'm not going to be around much. So, there you go. 233. So, I mean, I kind of was saying that last year, that when I do get into this course and get everything finalized and start going at it, I'm going to be committing myself to it. I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of streaming because there's just not going to be the time. And, I mean, as soon as I get done with this with the Bachelor program, which will be 2 years from now, then I'm also got to throw myself at the Masters program too, and during the Masters program, I'm going to be pushing the Masters program out a bit, so I can also work on a law degree at the same time. I ain't gonna have no time in hell for nothing. So I kind of was telling you guys a while ago that this was going to come sooner or later, and that I would have to, push comes to shove, I was going to have to make a choice, and that choice was going to be a lot less streaming and a lot more personal investment. Hello, Ning and Nate! Greetings, humanoid! Greetings, Nate! Let's see, I will go ahead and put the flag out there for you, Nate. Exclamation... Hey, Nate, how many years do you have left on your degree program? It's like, I'm just getting ready to start mine. I've got 6 years ahead of me. Okay, let's try, before I lose this, see if this flag works. I'm pretty sure I got you in here. Ningen! Nani? We'll see if that flags or not for you, Nate. I just want to see if we get the flag for it. You went straight to the LR medals, and you're at 430 when you're doing something with it. Aw. Alright, so... I don't know how far we'll get tonight. Maybe we'll get to 400 or 500. Well, we'll at least get to 400 medals tonight. We got all night. I got plenty of time to grind through this crap and get ourselves up to 400. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate the throwing some stuff out there. And there it is. There's Nightbot throwing out a little flag for our good buddy Ning and Nate. If you guys have not been to Ningen's channel, head on over there and give his channel a sub and like a video or two. Will I be having another intense World Tournament grind? Here's the thing, Ruben. I have to make peace with something, because this will probably be my last World Tournament I will participate in. I mean, beyond, you know, logging in my own time and just doing a few runs here and there, I just don't see myself having the time to actively compete in the World Tournament anymore. from this point forward. I mean, if it winds up that if I've got like a 2-week period off from school and the World Tournament lines up with that, well then yeah, then I'll definitely do another grind at that point. But so seeing as how this is most likely my last of the World Tournaments, and that's a pretty good run. I think this is what, the 26th World Tournament we've done. So yeah, I think I will go hard on this one. I'm still not sure yet. Only got times 20 once. Yeah, the times 20 has a 5% drop rate. Times 15 is supposed to have a 5% drop rate as well. Times 5 is supposed to have a 5% drop rate, but I highly doubt that. Times 7 and times 10 are supposed to have like a 30% drop rate or some crazy thing, and then times 15 is supposed to have like a 10% drop rate. So that's I mean, the drop rates themselves are known. They're over there on the Dokkan on the Wikia. So definitely check that out. Hey, Private Percival, what's up, buddy? Dakota, the dankest Dakota. Peppy Gals is broken on this event. Is it? I haven't even tried. Like, maybe if I get bored with the Namek team, I'll start blowing through with the Peppy Gals team, but maybe I will. Julian, what's up? How am I doing? I'm doing good. Long time no see. Yeah. Do I remember you? Julian Underwood. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I remember the Underwood because I remember... Oh, look at that. The 5% chance for the times 5 medals. Anyways, I remember thinking to myself, the President Underwood jokes that I had in the back of my mind for the Netflix series, but still. Private Percival still on the grind. Nice. Ning and Nate, you finished your schooling. Alright. Oh, that's right. You were doing your internships. That's right. And in the neurology department. And thank you for the shout. Of course, bro. Yeah, I'm going back to school. I'm going for my third degree program. Remember, I've got degrees in both math and history. And I used those when I was teaching. I'm finally decided to go back and start on something so I could actually have a decent career path. I've always been a problem solver, a thinker, and everything along those lines. So I'm getting a degree in business administration, which is the easy degree. Every college student who wants a easy career path, a whole bunch of electives goes that route. But I'm going to go with my electives and push for an accelerated MBA program. I'll do the MBA program, get about a quarter of it finished before I finish the degree for the business administration. And while I'm working on the MBA for 4 years, I'm also going to do law school too. So when I get out, I'll have a full law degree and an MBA to add on to all my other degrees. Should be marketable at that point. And we'll probably be going through some sort of economic downturn in the next 6 years. So by the time all that's all said and done, I'll be ready to re-enter the workforce. A new man! Let's see. First of all, doing good. Yep. Done with your first LR Vegeta. Are you? Yeah, normally I can get the first one done in 24 hours. I just have been slacking on this one. Kind of like thinking, that's my last hardcore LR. Head to bed after this, and then you saw the stream. Thought, I'll hop on for a bit. Nice! Thank you, Private Percival. Really appreciate you popping in. Segovia Brian, what is more forgotten, Icarus or Launch? Who is more forgotten? Well, considering that Icarus was never actually canon, I would have to say that Launch was actually forgotten. Like, Toriyama didn't even come up with Icarus. Yeah, at least he invented Launch, and then he just completely popped her out of his mind, and she disappeared forever. And that was that. Business is awesome. Should work for Sony or Nintendo. I was thinking I should go down and take over Bandai Namco in Los Angeles. Like, you know, half joking, not joking. It'll work for the NFL. Julian, how many medals have I farmed? I'm like at 200 and... I'm like getting close, like 240. I think after this run, we'll be close to 250. Work for the NFL. You only farmed 251 medals. I'm right there with you. Let's see, Nate, you rainbowed in the Super Attack 10, the LR Super Saiyan Vegeta. earlier today. Been farming 1554 metals since 10:30 last night. Yeah, I should totally take them over. I know. I'll take them over. See, if for nothing less, I'll get all of my money back that I've invested into this damn game. It's like, my selling point, you guys should hire me at Bandai Namco because I've already put a shit ton of money into your company. Myself, single-handedly, I've kept this damn company afloat for 4 years. Working in Bandai makes global great. I know, right? makes global great again. I mean, for the first time. Like, you guys won't know what'll have happened to Nate, but then all of a sudden one day the game just gets good and fun to play again, and they start coming up with really good ideas to implement in the game. They start coming up with really cool co-op modes and really broken items that work really well in the game and add strategy and depth. And just, you know, in the back of your mind, you'll all know Nate made it. Nate saved the company. Let's see here. Nate. Your stocks are up because of me. I am your shareholder. Yeah, I'm right at 250. Alright, so we got 3/4 to roll through here. That's all good. Julian, should you summon for the new Kid Goku or save your stones? Save your stones. That's an easy one. That's such an easy one. I mean, the new cards are cool and all, but I mean, the only new card on there is the new Kid Goku. The other two, the Master Roshi and the Demon King Piccolo, they're going to be in every banner coming forward. And the Kid Goku card just has really cool super attack and kind of an okay category. I mean, it's a good category, but I wouldn't invest in him. We all know that you'd get him again eventually. Yeah. My opinion on the matter. Hey. Nobody you do. Hey, J-Kid. What's up, dude? And Zeno. What's up over there on Twitch? Zeno, I see you, man. You'll do that. Yep. Save your stones, Julian. Don't spend your stones, buddy. Don't spend them. So it would appear that we are officially back over the 3,300 mark for subs, which tickles me rightly over here on YouTube. On Twitch, we're like around 700 followers on Twitch, which is healthy and good. I don't want to give up the channel, but at the same time, I do need to really focus on what needs focusing on. So I'm not going to quit the channel, but I've definitely got to prioritize, you know. Streaming has been just something that it's been a luxury I could afford, you know, to do whenever I damn near felt like it. My schedule's gonna have to change, you know. Obviously, World Tournament streams and the like are not gonna be anything we can do anymore. Maybe, you know, stream for celebrations. Money's gonna be tight for quite some time. Ugh. Let's see, Zeno. First stage of Vegeta Super Int is very hard to defeat. Really? You having trouble over there with it? Interesting. What team are you using? It may all just come down to what team you're using. Kid Goku Super is fire, especially, you know, the one where he punches a hole in your enemy. Yeah. You were thinking about summoning just for his super. Yeah, I know. See, that's what they're after. If you guys haven't noticed, they have increased the quality of the super, but they haven't really done much to the quality of the cards. I mean, they've improved them somewhat, but the super qualities have increased, but the cards haven't really done. They haven't changed much in the last year. We don't have units that are constantly hitting for over 10 million damage, you know, critting for 20 million on a regular basis. We just don't see crap like that, and that was where the power creep was going toward by this time. Let's see. Brian, you forced yourself to grind just because you knew if you didn't, you would never finish it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's obvious. I gotta get this done. I'm right there with you. I gotta get this this grind finished. Done with and over with. Xeno, yeah, physical Super Trunks, Goten, and Marin. See. Yes, that would make it rather difficult. Do they have enough key? I mean, if they don't have enough key, then that would be the reason why they're not doing all that great. These events, they're easy enough to do if you can get super attacks off. If you can't get super attacks off, then... Aw, Nightbot throwing out some songs. Private Percival, the thing is, almost never see this super because his active skill, that happens when you get below 59% HP, which on most teams is very rare. I see. I got you. Ooh, I got 2 10s back to back. Nice. We've crossed the 250 mark, boys. What do I think Super Vegeto's EZA is going to look like? Alright, so I've been predicting for a while that I don't necessarily see them increasing the, on these cards. I don't necessarily see them increasing the AGL or the tech type or the mono lead percentages very much. What I was thinking is they might do something along the lines of Key +3, HP attack and defense plus 90% to all AGL or tech or physical, right? So just barely give them a buff to where they're close to the to where they're right on top of the older LRs, but also give them a secondary lead. So like the AGL Vegeta becomes the new Potaro lead, right? Or he could become the new, well, yeah, I'd probably make him the new Potaro lead. So he'd be 120% Potaro leader. So he'd have a secondary leader skill. As far as his passive goes, well, the countering with tremendous strength, the damage reduction, I don't see that changing. But he probably will get some kind of attack increase on super attack. Or they may give him the same kind of buff that the physical Super Vegito gets, that the more he attacks, the stronger he gets. They may just make him kind of the de facto AGL version of the Super Vegito, just with better damage mitigation skill and not quite as strong of an attack buff. You know, maybe he only gets it 5 turns, 5 hits, and he gets max attack, and it only ends up being like 100% instead of the 150% that physical Vegito gets. So I can see something like that. You don't want Link? Huh? What? El Patron, what do I... okay, so what are we talking about? What Link? Physical Super Trunks. Okay, there's that. I didn't see anything else. Zeno, what are you talking about? I don't even know about no Link. I don't know about no Link. Vegeta, you're too tired. Go to sleep. Go to bed, Vegeta. Oh, there's a Link. Hi, Nightbot. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Got some ints. Some fizz. Good shit on the way. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. But we will see where they plan to go with these units, how they decide to use them. I mean, how does Gotenks improve? Gotenks is actually pretty easy to improve. We will see how his improves, and that'll give us an idea how they're going to improve Vegito. I would love to see Gotenks get 90% to all tech types and plus 3 key, plus 3 key, and plus 120% to all fusion type cards. They'll give him a dual lead, a category and a mono lead. His passive probably increases attack and defense, and then they might fix. They very well may fix his super attack mechanic as well. I don't know if they need to though. I think if they fix his super attack mechanic, he'd be too much like the physical Gotenks, where he benefits from getting a 12 key instead of loses from getting the 12 key. I don't really want to lose that because I feel like that's always been a big difference between the two cards. El Patron, you hate Nightbot? I love Nightbot. Look at Nightbot doing his job over there, being all Nightbody. You don't need to be all rude to poor Nightbot, El Patron. He has never done nothing wrong to you. That in there, get that super. Save those. Bring that down. Should give us super there for Frieza as well. Probably first we'll give Tech Go Tanks and immense 12 key. Yeah, I'll probably give him immense all across the board. Yeah, I guess that'd be fine. I'm trying to think. I'm less interested in how they decide to work on Go Tanks. And I'm much more interested in how Vegeta gets improved, how Physical Broly will get improved. I've always liked the STR Omega Shenron more than the Physical Omega Shenron, just because of his tanking and damage mitigations, and he's just a more interesting card for teams. So, I would love to see how they improve the STR Omega. In Buhan, my god, does that card need a whole bunch of love. So I'm very curious to see how they make Int Buhan good. Like, the only Buhan in the game, and they've just been forgotten about for the last 2 years. Xenomorph. I'm on this grind. Yep, I'm on the grind too, dude. Yeah, Super Vegeta will always be very relevant. Oh yeah, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind. He will be relevant. Always. Bacon is your wife. How many medals? I'm above 250. I think I'm like at 265 or something. Let's see how many we got on this run. Got 7. Yep, 265. Well, I was right on it. So we're getting there. We're just gonna grind tonight and just do some grinding and just get through it. Only way you'll ever get through these levels if you just grind them. Only way. Xeno Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 used. Trunks is Super Saiyan. So hyped for the old Physical Broly and Buhan. I know, right? I mean, I am probably less hyped for the Physical Broly. Mainly for the fact that, I mean, yeah, I guess he would work well with the physical Dragon Ball Super Broly. But, I mean, would he outdo the LR Broly outside the World Tournament? If he outdoes the LR Broly outside the World Tournament, that really just kind of makes me sad. You know, all that time and energy and wasted pulls on the LR Broly. But I'm curious to see how they finally decide to do him right. On the first stage. You're at 483, let's go. You're getting there. You're getting there, Ryan. You're getting there, dude. Bacon is your wife. How'd I get the LR Int Goku? The one with Tiger Clothes? Oh, him? You get him from the Super Battle Road by completing the new stages of Super Battle Road. So they got the old 10 stages of SBR that you have to complete. The Super Tech, Super Int, Extreme Tech, Extreme Int, those teams, that gives you the physical Gohan. If you do the new ones, the 10 category stages, different missions will give you the varying amounts of that Goku. I ended up getting all 10 of them finished and completed the new stages 20 times, and so I have him Rainbow Starred. Good card. Tyrone, your Rainbow Physical Broly will finally shine. I mean, there was a time that I really enjoyed running the Physical Broly. I used him a lot. He was one of my early Rainbow Stars. I rainbowed him around the same time I rainbowed AGL Vegito, and I always went to bat for him because I said, you know, he's not a bad card. He super attacks 3 times often. He's such a good card. But then LR Broly came into existence, and that was that. There was no longer a need to celebrate. How do I defeat first stage Vegeta's Super Int? What? What is Super Battle Road? Bacon is my wife. Super Battle Road is an event that comes out on the weekends, and it's over in the challenge section. You have to be level 150 or higher in order to challenge it. That's what Super Battle Road is. I don't know how do I defeat first stage Vegeta Super Int. Considering he's not Super Int, that he's Extreme Int, I have no idea what we're even talking about. You just beat them. There's no special goodies to it. You just get in there and you take them down. Oh, look at that. That together, that together, that together. I mean, I'm beating him the same way you beat Stage 3 Vegeta Extreme Ent. Let's see here. Sergio, you have free to play and you have 4 OG Super Battle Road completed. No, that's not bad. Yeah, it's good, man. I mean, the new Super Battle Roads too, you should be able to do it using the Peppy Gals. The Peppy Gals stage was mainly designed so that the free-to-play players could get the new unit. I'm not saying it's a piece of cake or a cakewalk, but I mean the STR rebrand, now that she's got her Dokkan Awakening, definitely can get through it. Alright. Which team uses Vegeta's Extreme? I mean, you can use... Okay, so you're just trying to figure out what teams to use. It's not letting you go into the event and you don't know how to get past that? Okay. In order to do these kind of prime battles, these kind of events, alright? And if this is not your question, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and answer it anyway for everybody else, okay? In order to do these kind of prime battle events, you're limited to the cards that you're allowed to use. And the cards that you're allowed to use, they have to be obtained through droppable means as rewards for completing a stage in the stage. You can't have gotten the card from a mission. You can't have bought the card from the Baba Shop. You can't have gotten the card as a drop in the story mode, in the quest mode. It has to have been in any of the daily and the weekly story events that come out as a farmable unit from that event, okay? So any of those cards, including and not limited to the Super Strike cards that you can get every day of the week, okay? A team that a lot of people like to use is that the Ginyu Force team, mainly because you can Rainbow Star every single one of them. They all work together well. And then you can also put in the LR Frieza if you've already farmed that before, but it doesn't sound like you have. That's what I'm using on this one. The STR Gohan, he works as a really good leader for this team because it's a Planet Namek Saga team, and all the cards on this team fall into that Planet Namek Saga category, meaning they all get ki, they all get HP, attack, and defense. And with all of that going for it, this team can just walk right through it. Now, you're not allowed to use any card that drops from a banner. That includes the friend that you bring. The friends that you bring have to be the free-to-play card. They have to be free-to-play cards as well. True free-to-play cards, not just free-to-play cards in the manner you didn't have to spend actual money on the card. It has to be farmable cards in game. Those are the teams you need to be able to bring. I believe that's the best way I can answer that. Now, there's 2 teams that work really well. This one, the one that I'm currently running, which is the got a little nice. I'll just listen to the music. Dokkan Taro, nice. Anyway, so yeah, you've got a couple options. This team right here, which is the one I'm currently running, this is the Planet Namek Saga team. It's fully free to play and it runs really well. They all hit hard. Another option that I haven't used yet, but I've been hearing good things about, is the Peppy Gals team. I believe you can run the rebrand, the STR one that you can currently farm in the story. And there's a whole bunch of Peppy Gal girl cards floating around this game you can use. So you just have to do a little research on it. Now beyond that, I don't know what else you could possibly want from me. What do you want from me? What is your question? I'm gonna go adjust that and I don't know that. Mistake. Bring that a little closer. There we go. Okay, that's better. I wanted the light to be a bit angled correctly, and I keep getting the wrong angle on it. It's very annoying. My background photography, very annoying. Jameson, do I have more Dokkan Taro songs? No, that's all I have. I put that one on last year when Taro released it. He was trying to get people to listen to it more, and so I said, okay, I'll go and throw it out there. I'll reach out to Taro sometime and just get permission to put more of his songs in my playlist. And when I do, I will let you guys know, okay? First of all, beginner tip with the new key system. Yes, yes, yes. Coming to global. Use your keys to farm the STR Gohan. After that, do the daily Ginyus. Yep. Every prime battle is a walk in the park. Exactly. If you don't have all the cards right now to build one of these free-to-play teams for these prime battles, starting tomorrow night after the new update, we are getting what are called keys. Now these keys give you the ability to unlock events that are not currently available in game. One such event would be the STR Easy Egg Gohan event. Of course, there'd be quite a few keys that you'd have to farm, or quite a few keys you'd have to use to get the STR Easy Egg Gohan finished. But once he's finished, he's totally worth it. And I wouldn't use it on events that drop all the time, that are routine weekly events. So like the Ginyu Force events, you can farm them up during the week, and then get their dupes on the weekend. You can get their orbs during the week and dupes on the weekend. It's like 1 week is what this is all going to take. I'm sorry, there's just no way around it. You're going to have to go through these things over a week's period of time to grind them all out. And considering it's already, what, Tuesday? So yeah, the tech Guldo is already going to walk away here in a few minutes. So I would say get started on Guldo. Tomorrow you've got the Intelligent Ginyu popping out, and then you've got the STR Jace, and then the Physical Raccoon. On the weekend you can farm up dupes of all the cards. You can't get their orbs. If you need to know how many orbs you need to get for each unit to Rainbow Star them, specifically, you get their orbs from their event. There's a special little Nimbus Club that takes you over so you can get the orbs. You can go to Google, type into Google, do an image search, and just type in Dokkan Battle, Ginyu Force, orbs. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Just type in Dokkan Battle, Ginyu Force, orbs. And that'll take you to images, and there's a million of these images of the same image. They show all 5 Ginyu Force members, and they show the number of orbs you need each one to have to get them up to Rainbow Star. And now they have specific orbs. They don't use the normal orbs that the other cards use. They have their own special dupe system and everything else. So you don't have to worry about, well, I don't know if they're worth wasting my orbs on these. No, because they are their own card. So I think that's a little more information there than we were thinking about. Let's see here. Lewd Samurai, you've been getting 10 medals. Have you? Nice, dude. Yeah, 10 medals is a good number. If you keep getting 10, I mean, you figure, what, 10 medals, so you'll need to do, what, 77 runs of this at an average of 10 medals apiece. So, I mean, it sucks, but you're probably looking at about 77 to 100 runs to get through on this. So close to, what, 2,500 stamina? Something in there. You ran Pure Saiyans. If there was a Vegeta, I got you, in your list, then the Easy A movie units, it's pretty easy. I mean, the only thing I think about is that the tech movie unit Vegeta, he would be at a somewhat of a disadvantage as far as defense goes and probably some attack. I don't think he'd be a bad card to use, but yeah. The benefits of grinding for the Ginyu Force, yeah. Is that, why is this? You get a free LR. That's true. You do get the free Tech Ginyu. Too bad you can't use that Ginyu in these events because he is not a droppable card. You can't get him from the story event. He comes from missions, and then later on you can buy him from the Baba shop. But, I mean, outside of that, though, you do get the Tech Ginyu, and that's cool. Let's see. Let's see here. But you cannot use LR Ginyu in Goku's body, which sucks. Yeah, that's true. Which is exactly what I just said. You can't use them for these events. Dokkan is terrible. Even putting an option to get 5 medals for these grinds. Oh, I know, right? And their numbers are just so off. Like, they need to go back and tweak the recipe, because the drop rates on these things are just so way off. It's like 40% of the time you're gonna get 7 medals, or you can get 5 medals. And then, like, I want to say, like, I think it's like, what? Well, no, it's probably 60% of the time. Between 60% of the time, you're getting 7 or 5 medals. And then 30% of the time, you're going to get 10 medals. And then 5% of the time, you'll get either 15 or 20 medals. And that's the drop rates. Hey, PTG. What's up, dude? You're back. Long time. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, man. Full on booty eating. The Dokkan subreddit has conflicting information. Should Berter get dodge or crit? Should Guldo get crit or dodge? Okay. I am of the opinion that if a card has built-in anything, built-in dodge, built-in additional attack, built-in crit, you try to avoid that in the dupe system, because the way that the odds work is, let's just take it this way. If a card had 50, I'm just going to use this as a standard, right? If a card has a 50% dodge rate, or even a 50% crit rate, okay? Let's just start with crits. Think of it like physical trunks, okay? So if a card has a 50% crit rate, okay? If you give him additional crit, if you give him a plus 20 crit, which normally would mean an additional plus 40% crit, yeah, you'd have a crit rate of 40% if you gave him plus 20 crit. It doesn't add on like that. If he's got 50% built in, then that would say that 50% of the time he's going to crit. If you throw a 40% crit rate into him, that 40% spreads out over the entirety of that of the times, which means half of the time you're going to be critting for both his card passive and his and for your for the dupe system, which means that the effective crit rate gets halved, which is true. So I mean, it's nice knowing that, hey, okay, his crit rate went from 50% to 70%. Okay, that's a pretty good crit rate. But is it really worth it? Because you could have given him plus 15 additional attack, and that would have been a 30% add-on to his additional attack. So you're giving yourself a 20% crit rate, and you're losing out on a 30% additional attack. Which one has the greater benefit? The plus 20 or the plus 30? So you have to kind of look at those as a as a marker. So with Berter, who gets he gets a built-in additional attack, I believe is how his passive works. I would personally give him a high-end crit and then throw everything else into additional. That way, when he does additional, he has a good chance of critting. When he does an additional, he'll still have a good chance of critting. And that way, you're increasing your chances of crits overall. If you gave him a high additional and a very low crit, you'll just have more. You're gonna have a lessening return on your additional attacks. Now, that's my opinion on Berter. With Guldo, who has a stun ability, there are people who like to put additional attacks on Guldo, thinking that, well, if he doesn't stun in that first turn or his first try, and he gets a super attack on that second try, then he might have a chance to stun in that second one. Now, as far as I can tell, the way that Dokkan has always been, and they proved this years ago, is that the way stuns work is that stuns are locked in at the beginning of the turn. If a card is going to stun or not has already been predetermined, and so it doesn't matter if you re-roll and get another. If you get an additional attack, that additional attack will not guarantee you a stun if he didn't stun the first time. So would I give him dodge? I believe I gave mine dodge. Yeah. Thanks for streaming. You're welcome. It feels easier farming with someone. Oh, I hear you. Always hear that. I totally hear that, man. Tech Vegeta gets hit for like 8k before supers, and if you take Easy A movie Goku as a friend, he takes double digits. Okay. Well, as long as Tech Vegeta doesn't take any real damage, then it's all good. You built your Berter with crits, AAs, and Guldo with AAs and dodge. Yeah, see, I just don't see any value to giving Guldo additional attacks. It doesn't increase his chances of getting stuns. That's actually a myth within Dokkan. People think it does, but it doesn't. That's just not how the game mechanic works. 507? Nice! Nice, dude! I'm at 780. No, I'm joking. I'm done! Good night! Good night, everybody! Good night, Cleveland! Oh, TJ Jameson, you and your throwing music together into the queue. Lava! Alright, gonna hashtag the floor is lava right now. Anybody who's in chat, hashtag the floor is lava. Thank you, thank you. But, I will say this. I did go ahead and run all my units twice. I Rambo starred every unit twice. All the Ginyu Force. So I do have a Berta with a high additional attack and a Berta with high critical attack. I just keep one on Dokkan. I have a Guldo with high additional attack and another one with high dodge. So I may not have the fairest answer because I looked at it and said, might as well hedge my bets. Doesn't hurt anything to do it twice. Ning and Nate's still here, just chilling. Nice. Creating a $1 million computer build. Are you? Ooh. Was it one of those quad? One of those like what quad server motherboards or something? Just gonna start off with one of those. That's $50,000, and we're gonna throw in some Black Series unlockable CPUs at $16,000 a piece, and quad SLR, oh, whatever the newest GeForce was, a 1660 Ti, something like those. One of those, yeah, 4 of those run together. You got to have a couple of high-end modular power supplies. Of course, some sort of custom water cooling to keep it all nice and cool. Some good radiator systems. Yep, 5 GTX 1080 graphics. I thought I saw something higher than that the other day. Like, NVIDIA sent me an email, and I thought it was a 1660. But 5 GTX 1080s? And 4 4K monitor. Well, yeah, but would you go 4K monitors, or would you go higher end? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen that Samsung is coming out with 16K this year. At CES, they came out with a 16K TV. The 16K TVs, they're something in the neighborhood of like $35,000 a piece, but they're like 85 inch. Which is just awesome. 360 gigabytes of RAM. Well, of course, you're going to have that if you're using one of those server motherboards. Ooh. The Orchestra of Justice. Screw it. 10 16K TV. Well, that's right. You can run dual monitors on each one of those 5 graphics cards. So, I mean, that right there, that 10, those 10 16K TVs, that's a 30 or $1 million right there. So, can you imagine that? So you'd have what? You'd have an array with 10 monitors. You'd probably go 3x3. I'm trying to think how you would build it. You figure they're like this, right? The rectangular like this, 84 inches or 85 inches diagonal, right? And so if you were to build them out 5 and then by 2, it'd be super wide and super thin, right? It wouldn't be that great of a monitor setup. So you'd be better off. Do you think you'd be better off going vertically on all 10 of them? Having 85 inches diagonally, and then just going dun 10 across, or 5 across, and then 5 at the bottom. You'd probably be better off doing that, mounting them all in kind of a portrait perspective, and then doing 2x5 rows of 2x5 in a portrait perspective. That would give you a nice at least it would give you at least a 3 to 2 ratio. You know what I mean? Something close to that. Cameron Shope. Do I remember? Laserdisc. Are you okay, Bisc? Poor Biscuit. He got spooked by something. Poor Bubba. I do remember Laserdiscs from back in the day. Good old optical drives. 10 16K TVs. Yep. They may not have the best refresh rates, but who cares? So you'd have 85 inches on the diagonal, doubled up. That's not quite 85 inches in height, so you're not looking at 170 inches tall. You're looking at closer to an array that's like probably 150 inches. You're probably looking at about 150 inches tall. Still not bad though, right? I mean, that's 12, almost 15 feet tall by probably... I'm trying to think. I'm looking at my TV, trying to get like the aspect ratio to kind of get an idea. So like 15 foot tall by 22 foot wide. Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be so sick and disgusting. A 360 surround screen. Well, okay, so you'd be in this little bubble. What would be the point of that, though? You'd have to have an operating system that could actually... I guess you could run Linux, right? There's 3D Linux programs that you can run for your for your user interface. I guess you could use that. Of course, you would use Linux. You're one of those guys. Let's see. SR, the song request for the Ginyu Force song has been put in. Oh my. That'd be bigger than a movie screen theater. By the time you're done building it, you would have needed to cool it with a dam. A basic water cooling becomes a tea kettle. Well, I mean, it just depends on how much, what exactly you're using for your water cooling. I mean, for mine, I had a 500 milliliter, no, not 500 milliliter. I had a 2 liter reservator that basically acted as a giant, it was about 3 foot tall, and you filled it up with your coolant, and that was your reservoir, but also had radiating fins on it, and it was a great holding tank. You could put a lot of fluid through that. Now, of course, I also ran a small fill port radiator that would just use that to fill your, that would be where you fill your liquid at, and also be where you would burp the system and everything else. On that, I would run, back in the day, I ran 2 of the GTX, so it was a 9600 GX2s. Those were, God, at this point, that was back in 2007, so about 12 years ago. 9800 GX2s. I ran 2 of those with water cooling blocks, copper blocks. I lapped the heat sinks on those, so I got them all nice and shiny, mirror finish on them. And before I put the water cooling on it, they were running full throttle on the fans, and they were running at like 110 Celsius each. There was 2 of them, because remember, the GX2s were sandwiched graphics cards. You had 2 graphics cards sandwiched on a heatsink with air blowing between them to cool them both down. And they were high-end graphics cards too, for the time. So I ran 2 of those, so 4 of those GPUs. And once I put them on the water cooling, they were on the same loop as the overclocked processors. And so I had those on there too. I never did put my RAM on water cooling though. That's one thing you'd want to do is if you're gonna have that much RAM, you're gonna want to put the RAM on their own water cooling loop, just because you want to have some ventilation. They're all gonna be crammed in there together in their little towers, and usually the air is fairly stagnant around the RAM. You don't want that to overheat. Where will you get all the money for it? Well, I mean, Nigga Nate's looking to go into neurology, so I mean, he's gonna have some leftover cash. You need to cool it with nitrogen. I never did fiddle around with nitrogen, but I did play around a few times with basically using kind of a snow cone version of what you would call it, dry ice. So I'd shave down dry ice, I would mix it with the coolant, so the coolant wouldn't freeze, but the coolant became super cooled. So instead of the water being at, you know, 30 Celsius, the water was sitting around 1 or 2. In the reservoir, it was actually starting to freeze. It was sitting closer to like -10, -20 Celsius. So it did a pretty decent job of cooling it down. And that was back when I was doing some of the overclocking on the earlier quad-core processors, the first-gen quad-cores, the Q6600s. I think I was running a Q9750 was the one that I did a lot of experimenting with. So it was before the i7 generation, before the i5s, i3s. So it was a couple generations before those. It was back in the Nehalem process days. And let's see, I was able to run benchmarks with overclocked GPUs and an overclocked processor. It was natively clocked at 3 gigahertz, and I got it up to like 6.5, and I was doing full-on testing with it. So I was pretty happy about that. It was pretty hardcore back in the day. You know, and like you're just trying to run it, and hopefully you don't get the you don't get a blue screen, and hopefully you don't lock yourself out of the processor for a bit. Oh yeah, a lot of experimenting. You had to adjust the voltages just right. It was all just different back then. You had to really put a lot more juice into into the buses. Where now it's just all about the multiplier. Yeah, overclocking is just way different now than it used to be back then. Cameron Show, Blue Gogeta or LR Super Saiyan 4s. I didn't know that you had a choice. I pulled for Blue Gogeta. I got my Blue Gogeta, and I ended up getting a dupe for my Blue Gogeta. So I ended up getting a dupe of both Gogeta and the physical Broly. I'm done. I'm good. Both units can crit, you know, both units can additional attack, and both units can do everything they want to do without having to transform. They're good. It'll just be cool if you LR him by 10:30. That would be the 24-hour mark. You're getting there. You got an hour and a half. There's no reason you can't. I think usually I look at it, you can do about 100 an hour, something around there, maybe 200 an hour. The time before the i5, i7, iPhones. It wasn't fun. Hey, there were iPhones back then. Okay, there were iPhones. I mean, the iPhone. I think we had what, iPhone 3 back then, back in the day. So there were still iPhones, just not the i5 and i7 processors. But I do remember talking to a buddy of mine. He and I would work on computers and do builds and do triage, and we would do summer classes for some of the kids, and we would do building of computers back then. He had a whole bunch of really old processor crap, like the old ceramic processors that were like, you know, 3 inches wide and shit. I mean, this crap was from the mid 80s. You know, a lot of this crap was salvaged off of old Apple IIs and shit like that. So it was fun to see what he had. And we would build computers that would still work. We built computers out of just cardboard boxes. Just get a cardboard box, make sure it was grounded correctly, and then mount the old motherboards to it, and then basically get some keys to jump the jumpers on the motherboard so you could get it started. I mean, normally you just have little jumpers that you plug in and it gives a button that you put up to the front of the case, but this didn't have no case. So we could have put a button. Actually, we did end up putting a button. It was just a little push style clicker, and we hot glued it to the front of the case, to the front of the cardboard box. And we just ran in there, and we couldn't figure out which jumper because it wasn't labeled properly. Now they label everything on the motherboards. If you just use a little magnifying glass, you can read where everything's supposed to go. You can read the code and figure out where it's supposed to be. But back then, it's like they would just, this crap was built by robots and in you know, in warehouse, or not warehouses, but manufacturing facilities. And people normally wouldn't touch this shit. So they didn't label all the different jumpers. Because, you know, all the jumpers are usually in a line. They're all near each other. They're near the BIOS battery. And a lot of the time now you've got, you know, motherboards that'll give you code readouts and let you know how the BIOS are doing and everything else just by a quick glance. Like, so we're sitting there, we keep plugging in the clicker, trying to find it until we finally found the power one, and not the reset one. It's a pretty cool little computer in a box. First of all, yeah. So we did that one already. Frito. It was just a wish list build is all. Well, exactly. Ning and Nate's just sitting there at his computer in his underwear, and he's just going, I'm just gonna build a computer. I'm gonna do a what if computer scenario. That's what he's doing. I know how that is. I used to do that shit all the time. It's fun. Camera Shope, how many Vegeta medals do I have? I don't know. I gotta be getting close to 300. I think I'm like at 270 something. I'm somewhere between 270 and 300. I can tell you that. Oof, you've used your last stone for the stamina refill. You'll get more tomorrow. Hey, Shattered Enigma. What's up, buddy? How are ya? Thanks for popping in. Came out and hung out with you today, and now you returned the favor. So nice of you. See if we can get this on here real quick for you. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Should be it. Yep, that should be it. I think I've got that for you, Shattered. Let me see if I've got that for you, buddy. Guys, if you don't know who Shattered Enigma is, he is definitely a fun YouTuber. He streams at wild random times during the day while I'm at work, which makes my life easy when I want to find him, because then it's like, sweet, I'm not at home, I'm at work, and I can watch Shattered for a little bit. He's fun. I got to tease him a whole bunch today. Teasing Shattered makes my life good. There it is. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, look at that, Nightbot. I gave you a link, and it linked over to Twitch for some reason. So that's cool. It didn't used to do that, and now it is starting to get that crap over there to Twitch. Ah, you're doing good. Just got home from some errands. Yeah. How's the grind going? It's going. I mean, we're here. We're here. We're getting done. Let's get used to it. I don't know. I think I totally screwed that one up. Ah, thanks. You're welcome, Shattered. You're welcome, best buddy. I have spread the channel information long and far. It has gone to both YouTube and Twitch. Everybody knows the name Shattered Enigma. Wow, 74,000. Fuck you, Vegeta. It's just a big old fuck you. Ning and Nate, gotta go. Talk to you. Yeah, alright. See you later, dude. Thanks for coming by and popping in tonight, buddy. Laters. I need that there. Let's see. Drop that down. Pull that down. Try to get the STRs for LR Frieza. Well, it's always fun having all our buddies come in and hang out. I'll tell you who didn't come in and hang out. Sniff, sniff. Omni Toast. I guess we can have a quick look and see how and where everything's going. Let's see what we can find here. Yes. Oh my goodness, we got 7 medals, guys. I mean, that's so rare. Oh, thank you, Dokkan gods, for blessing me with 7 medals. Alright, we'll find out the medal count here in a minute. Omni is also streaming. His grind. Oh, I know he's streaming his grind. Right, first of all, I knew he's streaming. I was in there earlier. I was under the impression he was almost done with his grind. It's all good. I'm just teasing anyway. Super Shattuck, what's up, dude? He's streaming right now. Oh, I know, I know. I'm teasing our toasty. I'm teasing the toast. You guys should know me by now. I just make crap up. These LRs are a grind and a half, but hey, they make great long streams. Yeah, it's true. Can't deny. I mean, these are definitely good streams. This is good streaming quality. This is what we're after, boys. Oh, good. We're gonna start off a little damage taken. That's what I want. I want that key. Come to me. Yes. Oh, thank God I went to Burkler. Yeah, the one who only needs 3 key to super. Oh, thank God for that. Private Percival in all your runs, you just about 2 or 3 times 20 metal drops. Yeah, Private Percival, that's about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. It sucks, but yeah. Oh, I could have given those to Frieza. Oh, I'll give those to Frieza instead. I mean, it's so weird that Frieza doesn't link well with any of the Guinea Force members. I mean, they're his fucking force. Why wouldn't... I don't know. Okay, what am I gonna do here? Give it a little of that. I'll give you a little tap. A little tap. A little tippy tap. A little tappy tip. Jameson, so you have a question. Since they pretty much changed the background of Broly in the Super movie, is it possible that the next Broly that we see in Dokkan could be the first Super type Broly? It's possible. Yeah, it's entirely possible. It just depends how they decide to change his character from here on out, right? I mean, they kind of left him 50-50 in the air. Is he going to be on the Frieza Force? Is he not? You know, Goku, is he just going to use him as a training partner and he's not going to be very relevant? Yeah, I'm curious to see what they decide to do with him. It's very possible. Jameson, if we get that far, that is. Yep, agreed. Segovia. Brian. They should make a Dokkan Fest Zarbon and Doria. I don't know how to spell it. Yeah, it's close enough. So that looks about right. I don't know. I really don't care about those characters. I don't think anybody really does. Like, they're on the art for the LR Frieza. Pretty sure most of us feel that's far enough. A bridge too far. A bridge too far. Alright, just about finished here. We will go ahead and throw you at the end, give you the super, finish that one up. Perfect. And nobody cares about Frieza! Yes! Ah, perfect. They have an LR before Krillin. They're good. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, everybody gets an LR before Krillin. Didn't you get the memo? I mean, Krillin agreed to it. He's totally cool with it. I mean, you do realize that when Krillin gets an LR, it's just going to be kind of like a cameo LR where it's like he's with 18. 18 does all the work. And Krillin's just like, yeah, I'm cool. Or it'd be like Cop Krillin, you know? Okay, so I'm a little further on than I thought, so 325. So what we'll do tonight, guys, I'm trying to debate how far I want to get into this tonight. Either we'll get to the halfway point, which I believe is, what, 389? Or 388? 388, well, close enough, right? So 388 is the halfway point into this. We'll at least get to the 388 point. We might get to 400. something in that range. Tomorrow, I'm going to be looking forward to... Well, here's the kicker. We have the maintenance tomorrow night. So either I will do a stream early tomorrow, and we'll just stream until maintenance, or I'm going to miss the stream tomorrow, and there's just no stream tomorrow. It's all good, one way or the other. I think that would be very interesting to see a super type Broly. Well, I mean, if he is a super type Broly and he's kind of in a berserk mode, but then, like, if he transforms and he's no longer in berserk mode, he's kind of like in control mode. I don't know. I mean, I could see them doing something like that at some point. Zadao Monzer, the Krillin LR is him dying by someone and someone else going mad and beating the crap out of him. Oh yeah. Yep, most likely. Yeah, more than likely to just be, you know, Krillin's 18 key super attack. You know, Krillin's 12 key super attack is getting his head snapped by Drum, and Krillin's 18 key super attack is getting blowed the fuck up by Frieza. Yeah. Only effective if you use Kid Goku and the 12 key super attack. He'll go crazy and go out there and kill everybody. And if you use a adult Goku, he'll turn Super Saiyan. Or it turns everybody Super Saiyan by him dying. I've seen those kind of posts on Facebook before. Hey, what if Krillin died and Yamcha was around? Would Yamcha go Super Saiyan? How about Tien? It's like, you do realize it wasn't Krillin dying that made Goku go Super Saiyan, right? It was the fact that Goku was Saiyan and Krillin died, and it drove Goku crazy and he went Super Saiyan. There is a difference here. LR Krillin's active skill. Here, take a Sensu! Sensu Bean! Has a 20% chance of a Sensu Bean regaining all your health. LR Krillin's 18 key super attack, the Kianzan, the Destructo Disc, you know, has a 10% chance of actually hitting the enemy. When it does hit the enemy, has a 50% chance that it will actually do damage. Probably first of all, it's going to be a super attack like LR Mr. Satan. Instead of Krillin doing the damage on his 12 key. Like Goku, the 18 key, it's Android 18. I'd love that. That'd be so awesome. But I see it'd be great if like they just reuse the super attack animations from other cards. It's like LR Goku, it's just Goku coming in, turning Super Saiyan and doing just some random like generic Kamehameha. And then like 18 comes in, but still it's the same animation they used for the LR 18 and 17. So you see 17 and 18 coming in and doing their normal super attack animation. Oh, that'd be great. See, that works for me. That is my kind of Krillin gets such a shaft. Krillin dies. And like they don't even care about doing a doing his super attack animations justice. They just kind of phone it in. I haven't been to school since I left the Art Academy back in 2011. Oof, 8 years. That's amazing. That by itself is amazing. It's been 8 years since I've been in school. And before that, I graduated back in 2009. So, you know, with my other degrees. I was just doing supplemental studies in photography. So I haven't done really any actual schoolwork since 2009. So it's been a good 10 years. That by itself is amazing for me. So now mons are so annoying that these prime battles without a boost gonna take your time doing this. Oh yeah. I mean, you guys have it easy. I mean, they give you guys fucking boosts for everything. Back in my day, we had to earn our fucking cards. We didn't get boosts for every stupid team we threw together. We had to really put it all on the line. And the old man voice really kills my throat. I'm gonna suck as an old man. Hopefully my old man voice matures as I get older. Hunter Iggy, what's up, dude? Luke Perrydite, what? Seriously? Why hasn't my wife said anything? That would, like, that was a hard one for her. His passive breaks neck. Sacrifice 50% HP to activate HP restricted transformations. Snap. When HP is 100% or more. Hey guys, I'm in perfect health. Snap. Oh, never mind. Actually, that'd be a really easy way to activate a transformation. When HP is at 100%, sacrifice 50% HP and activate all HP restricted transformations for the rest of the turn. You know, so it's like you just pop in there, throw a Sensu Bean at Krillin, he heals up, and all of a sudden his passive activates and everybody transforms. Monzer, you're from the strike cards were relevant, so you're old in Dokkan, but you get way too much used to the boost effects. Yeah, see, I've always been doing grinds, random grinds that are just tedious and have no real purpose in this game. So like, I really don't mind. I mean, hell, you guys, I do all the fucking World Tournament grinds still, so it's like I'm not like I'm missing out on anything. Alright, what are we at? Another 7? Yeah, that's right, Dokkan. You better keep giving me those 7s. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had like if you had a 1 out of 1,000 chance of getting the jackpot and it would give you 777 medals? I mean, come on, why can't they give us that? You got a 1 out of 1,000 chance of getting 777 medals. That worked for me. Make this grind so much more entertaining, knowing that you've got the big boost somewhere out there. Let's see. This world tournament will be glorious. It will be. It will be my last world tournament, guys. At least my last serious endeavor into the world tournament. Unless I flunk out of school. If I fail this program, then fuck, I'll be back to the world tournament real quick. So don't worry, I could be right back. Those dark days of Dokkan grinding the LR Goku before his campaign 2 times. Oh yes. Yes, Private Percival. Those dark days in Dokkan. In the way back. In the long, long ago. The days that we choose to forget. The first year anniversary. Legendary grinders. That's how you should be called. The legendary grinder. Well, I mean, okay, so our community has 2 names to it. The Grinders Cove, which is what we are over here on YouTube, and the Legendary Grinders is actually what the followers are over on Twitch. So those are the 2 names that we voted on back in September of 2017, when we were trying to come up with what to call our community. And yeah, we ended up settling on the Dokkan, the Grinders Cove. here in the on YouTube, and on Twitch it was the legendary grinders. I ended up liking both of those ideas way too much. Is LRTN and Chiaotzu going to still be on the next World Tournament? Because you only need one. Yes. Yes, LRTN and Chiaotzu will be the local prize in the next World Tournament. I'm guessing this will probably be the last World Tournament that LRT and Chiaotzu are on the banner. The World Tournament following will probably be the new Yamcha LR. So yeah, we still get them one more time. Dave Higgins, you can always wait until the LR campaign comes out. There will be an effect of percentage. Yeah, but the problem with that, Dave Higgins, is that now with the LR campaigns, if you don't get everything finished beforehand, you're not going to get all the prizes. So we found this out with the Trunks LR campaign. The Trunks LR campaign, you know, normally they give out 50 Dragon Stones when you complete the card and you get it, you know, Dokkan Awakened, right? With the Trunks LR campaign, they only give out 30 Dragon Stones if you complete the campaign during the campaign time. If you do it beforehand, they give you an additional 10 Dragon Stones and some other goodies that make up for it. So you're only getting 40 Dragon Stones now, not 50. And if you wait until the campaign, you're not even getting 40 Dragon Stones, you're only going to get 30. So, yeah, the percentage boost and everything else is nice, but you're paying for it in Dragon Stones. I mean, one could say, well, I'm going to waste more than 10 Dragon Stones grinding through the Vegeta event, you know, to get him finished before, you know, than if I were just to sacrifice those 10 stones and then do it with the higher end. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I like, for me, at my rank, nah, it doesn't make sense. Dragon Stones are worth too much. It'd be, for me, it'd be what, 3,200 or more stamina. LR grind was hell with the old free-to-play cards. Oh yeah, the old Super Strikes. You would not want that 777 metal jackpot, because most likely you would get it on 770. Well, that's fine though, Zadao Monzer. If you were to get it at 770 metals, right? Well, it just makes that second LR grind done. Because remember, a lot of us are doing this grind not once but twice. We're aiming for 1,554 medals, not 777. That's the true mark of the grinder. It's something I just made up, Dave Higgins. I made up this 777 medal jackpot. I said, would you guys like it if they gave us a jackpot where you had a 1 out of 1,000 run chance of getting a 777 metal jackpot? I mean, it's really rare. You'd never see it. You'd see it on Facebook. People would pop up and go, holy shit! You know, you'd see that every once in a while. But, I mean, you'd never see it. But, I mean, just would you like seeing it in the game? 777, 770 is the second unit then. Exactly! 9 stones used, and you farmed 20 Vegetas, and the medals for 2 TURs and 1 LR. Yeah, but first of all, why didn't you just farm up all of the Tech SSR Vegetas from the Super Broly event? I mean, that's what I told Shatter today, and he kind of looked at me. He could just see him just looking at me through the TV screen, through my eyes, into my soul, and he's just looking at me, and he just realized, oh. Say what now? What? Yeah, no, it's, I guess some of us prepare and some of us don't. Because trust me, I did not spend 9 stones grinding out 40 copies of those Tech SSR Vegetas that I use for super attack purposes. Yeah, I wouldn't try grinding up 9 copies of that Vegeta. That's a huge waste. I did 6 copies, and I did it in 1 stamina refresh. So I did it in 2 bars of stamina. But again, for me, that's like 640 stamina. So for you guys, it's like 50 stones or something. I don't know. I don't know what you free-to-play weebs do. I don't know how that translates into poor people, into poor peopleese. Shattered. Oh, Shattered's still here. Oh, I mean, I didn't mean to call out Shattered. I meant my buddy Shaftered. Yeah, Shaftered Enigma Shattered. We're not talking about you. It's some completely different other guy named Shaftered. He did, but he used 36 for... Ooh. You did, but you used 35 for one super attack Vegeta. Oh, Private Percival, you got the bad luck. Like, I knew I had the good luck, because I went 14 and 16, and so I had, like, 10 left over. But I knew somebody was going to pull the bad luck and be, like, in the 30s. Rip. Okay, well, sucks for you. Zidao, Monzer, not that. You would get 777 jackpot. I wouldn't even care at that point. Zidao, I wouldn't even care at that point. I mean, actually, honestly, the one thing I'm confused about is, like, why would, like, Truth was saying he did it 3 times. What's the point of getting the LR Vegeta Rainbow Starred a 3rd time? Or at least farmed up to LR a 3rd time. I get the point of Rainbow Starring the unit a 3rd, or Rainbow Starring a 3rd unit, so that you can run the TUR version of it, but why run the unit at 2 LRs? You know, that one I don't get. Oh, I'm glad I got Shattered all good and laughed and giggly. You got 3 now in total, but have to farm his TUR medals because you also got the TUR extra with all paths open. Yeah, Private Percival, I do get that. I 100% get that. I do plan eventually to farm up the TUR version as well. I want to run those 2 together at some point, or at least have the ability to run those 2 together. I'm not in a big hurry for that. I'm rather focusing on the LR for the time being. Dave Higgins, nice. We're getting the event keys. You can finally awaken your LR Beerus. Well, Dave Higgins, I mean, yes and no. So, LR Beerus does take some medals from the Battle of Gods event, but if you remember, you need to have pudding to get the final medal for LR Beerus. You need pudding medals. You need to collect the puddings from the LR Beerus event, and then you need to go into the Baba Shop and buy the pudding from the Baba Shop. I don't know if the Baba Shop is going to release the pudding as soon as they release the keys. Truth didn't believe they would. He believed that they're going to probably hold off until the next time the event comes out, and then once the event comes out the next time, then they're going to go ahead and keep them there, keep the item there in the Baba Shop as a permanent treasure item. So if the pudding item doesn't come out, you're not going to be able to finish your LR Beerus. You hear that and you thought the exact same thing. Yep. Yeah, I know. I know. You can awaken multiple LRs from Battlefield. That's entirely true, but why would Truth want to do that? What would be the point for the Truth awakening multiple of those LRs from Battlefield? I don't think he even uses that Vegeta in Battlefield. He could, but why would he need 2 of them? Like, I thought that as well, but this is not a layperson, you know, a free-to-play player who is just desperate to have cards to run in Battlefield, you know. This is the Truth. Why did he do it 3 times? Maybe he meant 3 times, counting LR plus LR and another... No, he said that he did it he farmed over 2,000 LR medals. So he wouldn't have said that if he meant running the TUR version. So, you are incorrect, sir! No. He specifically said he farmed over 2,000 of the LR medals, which would make sense. You'd have to have 2,333, so 2333. Okay. So you would need 2333 in order to, something like that. Or 2331? Yeah, 2331 is the number. I'm sorry. You would need 2331 in order to farm up the to do it a third time. So it sounds like he did it 3 times. So I'm very confused. Baba Shop does not release the puddings until the last Dokkan update on JP. See, and that's what I thought, probably personal. Now they may decide to give a global a bit of a breather on that, because it could have just been a mistake that JP Bandai didn't realize until the last update, and so they may go ahead and give that to us early. We tend to be the beneficiaries of those kind of you know, later corrections. So it is possible that that might come out soon, but yeah, don't expect it. We're just assuming Truth is bored as fuck and needs content. I don't think he even made content for that. Hi guys. I mean, unless maybe he fucked up somewhere and he goes, oh crap, this is only SA 19. Damn it. And instead of just reversing one copy, so he had to like farm it up a third time, just an SA1 unit just to get it up there so he get his SA20. I mean, I could see you doing that. But I mean, at that point, why not just use a couple of the SR Dozing Kais and just burn a couple of those, you know? They have no real purpose in the game, so there's no harm in using them for that. Like I said, I don't get it. There's something about it that's confusing me, and I don't like being confused. Because Truth is crazy? Simple! Truth isn't crazy, though. He's not crazy, though. Crazy like a fox. It just makes me think, what he know that I don't know? What he know that I should know? That's honestly where I'm sitting at on that. Dave Higgins. Did that one already. Oh, this one right here. You don't understand these pudding medals. LR Beerus uses the Beerus, Vegeta, Bulma, and event medals. Yes, but the Beerus medals don't drop from the event. The Beerus medals you have to purchase from the Baba Shop using the pudding items, or the pudding treasure items that you have to collect from the Beerus event. The only medals that you can get from the event are the Bulma Vegeta medals. That's it. For the Rage event. The Beerus medal is one that has to be purchased from the Baba Shop using the treasure item, the pudding. Yeah, I know it's kind of stupid, but I don't know if you did the Farm the Monaka, the Beerus and Monaka cart, but it's a similar idea to farming the Beerus and Monaka card. You have to farm the Beerus card, right? But then in order to Dokkan Awaken the Beerus inside of the Monaka, you have to get the little sweets treasure item, go into the Baba Shop, and purchase the Dokkan Awakening medals from the Baba Shop. So you have to do that, but you can only purchase those with the item that you have to farm from the story event. Well, it's the same thing with the Rage Vegeta and that LR Beerus. You can only get that LR Beerus medal, that Beerus medal, from the Baba Shop when it's available. So just opening up the Beerus event only allows you to farm the pudding. You can't get you cannot get the Beerus medal. I mean, like I said, cross your fingers, because in Japan, they've just made all of those old events, those events that you have to wait until those events come out to be able to farm and use those items. They've just permanently added them to the Baba Shop. So in global, they might do that with this update, but it came with a later update in Japan. So I'm just saying, there are gonna be a lot of disappointed people. We're going 380, 388, baby. We'll be halfway. Well, quarter way, but halfway. 388, yeah. How many medals? For me, Dakota, fuck. I'm not getting, what, 350 right now? I'm getting close to 350. So we're shooting for 388 tonight, which is the halfway point for the first LR. I will probably finish it up tomorrow while I'm at work. And then tomorrow night, if I stream, I'll stream before the maintenance hits tomorrow night, and that'll be our stream. So it'll probably be an earlier stream tomorrow. And so we'll do that. We'll probably get half of the medals needed or whatever for the second copy of the LR Vegeta. And we'll call that a stream, or maybe I'll just do the TUR medals, because I haven't done the TUR medals for the second copy yet. I'm waiting until I get this first one finished. Hey Zoro, you for instance, you need those 7 Beerus medals, and I don't think you're gonna get them, Zoro. I mean, farm up the pudding, right? Get the pudding and find out how much pudding you have to farm up, so you might as well farm that up. But you figure the Beerus event will probably come back before they give you the update. Dakota, we answered your question already. First of all, let's hope Akatsuki learned from their mistakes over in JP and brings it right with those treasure shops for global. Yep, I 100% agree. I mean, just cross your fingers and hope, guys. But I'm just trying to be a voice of rational thinking. And just saying, just be careful, guys. Do that, and we'll do that. Perfect. So down, Monzer, do I think we could get easy A's? Okay. For those old nuke leaders. No, I don't think so. I do not believe so. 100% stat sub-leaders. The 100% sub-leaders, yeah, I believe we'll get easy A's for them. I think we will see them go to +2 key and maybe +120% leaders. Something around there for their percentage boost. And then some sort of, accommodating thing from that. They may mix them, maybe not after the 70% leads, but they may intermix them. You know what I mean? So maybe like we're getting Tech Gotenks now, and then next up will be Tech Golden Frieza, and then it might be AGL, Vegito, and then Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. You know, they may start going that route. We'll see. Hey, SSLS, what's up, dude? How are you? Hello, good sir. All right, let's get through this. Let's see if we're getting anywhere near 350 yet. So, yeah, about 350. Yeah, that goddamn Loch-Ness monster. Everyone, that Loch-Ness monster won by $3.50. It was my 350. Seems like we will get easy A's for the 70%. Yes, yeah, that's been confirmed. We were kind of all thinking it was going to happen, but it has been confirmed over in JP. We don't know how they're going to look yet. I would like to see the 70% leads maybe stay at 70%, but then get like a 120% category lead as well on top of it, or maybe increase to 90% and get a 100% category lead, something along those lines. You know, we'll see how they look. Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is getting an easy A. It has been confirmed. It's in the news in Japan. All right, where are we at? Oh, about 350. That goddamn Loch-Ness monster. You doing good? How am I doing? I'm a bit tired. Grinding this shit just tuckers you out, man. No, I'm doing good, man. Busy. Like always, just busy. Got to get ready for the World Tournament next week. It's going to be the last World Tournament. Yeah, it'll be my last World Tournament I will be doing competitively. I just won't have the time after this next World Tournament, period. In fact, it'll be one of my last streams. Been a good run, boys. But you know what? We won't think too much about that. We'll just enjoy the time we have together. Zidane Monsters thinking 3 key, 100% type boost, 3 key and 120% category lead, or vice versa. I don't think so. I don't think it'll be 100%. I don't see it being a 120% type boost because, or a 100% type boost, Honestly, because it would end up being better than the LRs that are in the game. And yeah, they're gonna probably give EZAs to the LRs at some point, but not right away. Not really, probably not in this next year. I see them doing maybe a 90%, just being on par with the LRs, and then a 120% category with them. I don't see them doing 120% to both super and extreme types, because then that also negates the Neo Gods, you know, the 120 leads. Because the 120 leads, they're only half of that. They're only 120 for super or 120 for extreme, and their color typing. Wasn't you? You're being a good boy. You're right here. But I don't think they're going to give them that much, Zidao. Well, Zidao, I've been saying this all night. I've been saying it for quite a few months. I have been accepted into an MBA, a Master's of Business Administration program, through the University of Purdue, which is out east in Indiana. And I'm also going to be, in a couple years, pursuing a law degree as well, right on the heels of this. So I begin classes on the 20th. So I'm excited for it. It's a huge change in my particular life. Unfortunately, I just don't see a lot of time in the evenings for streaming, at least not on a consistent basis, and certainly not for World Tournament. You know, I just, the amount of time I put into a World Tournament, I have to be competitive in World Tournaments when I do it, because it's just my nature. I can't take a whole weekend off of studying or anything else just so I can play fucking Dokkan and do World Tournament. Now, when I have free time, I'll do some grinding here and there, and I'll probably still have some streams, but that's that. Brian, bad news, you're out of stamina. That's why God invented discount singles! Ha 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 ha! Probably first of all, you're out. See ya. Yep, have a good night, man. Thanks for popping in before you finally passed out for the night. Talk to you later, dude. Bye. Bye! It's just like, hi. Bye-bye. Alright, so we got that, and one of these. So we're at 363, right? I think that's what it said, was 363. So we'll see what we get here. It'd be nice if we got 20, and then we'd be at 383, and the next one will be done. For the night. Aw, hi, Crumble. Alright. Let me pull up Crumble. He's right here and he wants to say hi to the entire stream. So everybody give Crumble a nice big warm... Come here, Bubba. Nice big old warm, happy Bubba welcome. Alright, there he is. He's a fat old pup. Ah, Bubba. There he is. Hi, Crumble. Yeah. His little belly. He's been chewing on a chewy for the last hour. I've been hearing him over there gnawing on it in the background. Alright, goodbye, Mr. Crumb. Can I kiss? Yeah, goodbye. Hashtag Doggo! Apparently I was typing while we were doing this. It'll work. Wow. Wow. Oh, that just cracks me up. That's awesome.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I am the one who will
defeat you. I'm looking over, seeing everything over here in the corner. That's so awesome. So I believe that's Dent Easy Y or Easy V. Thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch, man. I appreciate it. I just saw all the random, like I think I had the voice typer, and it's just like, wow, that's awesome. Possiblement, possiblement. DDD. Wow. Question mark. La première. Get some beers for the stream. I don't think I need them. I think my my tablet is just going nuts over here in the corner. I just saw that. Just that cracked me up. That's good. You stopped at 578. Are you done for the night, Brian? I know, right? Dave, I mean, you saw all that random... I'm seeing it right now over scrolling up through the stream. I set my phone down on top of my tablet while I picked Crumble up, and I think it ended up hitting the voice to text button on the tablet. And while I was sitting there talking about Crumble, and it was picking up random bits of me, and it was just chucking it into the stream. Oh, that was great. La 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 la. Exactly. I think my dog is French. No, I'm pretty sure that was almost some sort of Spanish. He has a Chihuahua, so I guess that makes some sense. Ekit, you are 2 hours away from awakening LR Vegeta. Oos! Nice, dude. Nice. Gonna get that out of the system. We all know the feeling every once in a while. And don't lie, you all did it too. Every one of you. And if you pop in the stream and I didn't do it, fuck you, you're lying. And even if you didn't do it in person, you did inside. You knew you wanted to. Ugh. Brian, you have 9 stamina. Oh, you poor guys and you don't have stamina. Wah, wah. It's so wonderful when you have 320 stamina just to burn. Good times. Ekit, you counted, and it's been 10 hours of your life wasted. Oh yeah, no, trust me. I am fully aware of how wasted life can be when you're grinding up this shit. Oh yeah, 100%. Ekit, man, you're very excited for the 4.1.1 tomorrow night. Finally! Yeah, I know. Right there with you, man. I mean, we're going to try to do an early stream tomorrow night until the 4.1.1 comes out, and we go under maintenance for the rest of the night. I mean, if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. I will attempt to, at least. Do I think it is worth farming another one for the TUR? Yeah, I think so. Is that how Monzer? I 100% believe so. Yes. In fact, I plan to myself. But of course, just awaken them to the TUR. Don't go full to truth and decide, hey, I want 2331 medals. Yes. You know, there is a part of me that's excited because until I go into law school, for the most part, I believe most of my coursework is going to be very simple, and I won't have a lot of literature style reports to write. Very excited by this. Very excited. In fact, my first course is the only core course I have to complete on my degree, because I've already got all my electives filled in for my prior degree audits. The only thing I gotta do is Compositions 2, which is basically business English. I gotta go through that. And that'll be the only major report writing course I have to take. Which I hate. I hate doing English writing reports anyway. I can do it, but I don't like doing it. But that's it. You know, I won't have to worry about fiddling around with MLA or what's the other one? Oh, crap. Now, there's the other standard too. AMA. I won't have to worry about either of those. For the most part. At least until I get into law school. It's gonna be a lot of math. Fuck it, we'll burn a stone because I can. Just a lot of math. We need to get up to the magic number, and then we are good for the evening, guys. 9:46, pretty good timing on our part. That's stamina 4. Do I have a 4? No 4, but I think a 2. Oh, I needed a... What, that was a 3? Oh, there's the 4. Ha ha! Harv! Alright. Do a 6 at the end. Sorry I'm talking about school so much. I'm just very excited about it. which is good. It's the way you're supposed to be excited about this kind of shit. Alright, so I don't think I've even brought it up once tonight, guys. Go ahead, if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button for me. Always much appreciated. If you're over on the Twitch, thanks for coming by and showing up tonight. Always love a little show support. If you're new to the channel and you're over here on YouTube, I would definitely appreciate you consider not only liking the stream, but consider smashing the sub button, right? Just trying to grow the channel a little bit here and there. I mean, whatever. No big deal. Just, you know, two dudes sword fighting in the bathroom. Whatever. It's all cool. It's all whatever. Let's see if that got anybody's attention. Oh, what? What about sword fighting? Huh? What? Drop that down and then get that. That'll work. APA format. Yeah, not AMA. You're right. You only know that thanks to your useless psychology degree. That's right, it's APA. I only took like 4 courses in psychology. So when I was going for my history and my math degrees, they were combined coursework. The university I took them through, they specialize a lot in psychology. So a lot of my additional electives were in psychology, which is fine. I mean, I had general psych 101 and I think I did human development psychology, child development psychology, family interactional psychology, and something with like sexual growth or dysfunction psychology. I mean, it's what they offered. It was weird. I don't remember much from it, but yeah, it was weird. It made me feel really uncomfortable. Yeah. Although they had us do MLA. So yeah, if you're doing APA, that makes sense. I was doing MLA for all of mine, but that was back in 2007 to 2008 when I was finishing up my degree through them. But yeah, no, APA makes sense because a buddy of mine, he ended up about 4 years after I graduated, he ended up going through the same college, and by that point they were doing APA because you know, I was looking at his coursework. I couldn't look at the way he was doing his citations because they just were not what I was used to. I ended up giving him an old copy of one of my little brown books. If you're familiar with those, they're kind of the citation and formatting handbook for students. Very helpful. That way he could go through and do his own citations and figure it out. Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, we're almost done. 1 to 2 runs from being done. 10 we're done. 7 or 5, we got one more run. We'll be done for the night after this, guys. Let's see here. Of all the Prime battles, only Vegeta is worth that TUR. Yes. Yes. He is the only one that you can use along with the LR. That's the reason why. Trunks, Super Saiyan, I believe, right? Am I wrong in saying that? Is the base form Trunks a TUR? The base form Trunks is taking his shirt off. It's sexy Trunks, right? And if I'm not mistaken, he is still Super Saiyan in that form. Yes, because he's Super Saiyan in the SSR form. So yes, he stays the same form throughout all 3. Same with the Super Saiyan Goku, same with the first form Frieza. So yes, you're 100% correct. The Vegeta is the only one worth doing anything with this TUR. Because you can run the two together, and he's got a decent enough passive you can make work. It's not as good as the LR, of course, but still a good one. Brian finally got a stone. Woohoo! Don't remind me. The brown book. About 6 or 7 years since you finished up. It would have definitely been helpful. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, I don't think I even have copies of... I mean, even if I had a copy of the little brown book, at this point, after 10 years, I'd have to probably get a new one anyway, because you know how they are. The format societies, be it MLA or APA, they're the same way. Every 2 years, they have to change how they do their formatting, and like every 5 years, it's so dramatically different from where it used to be. you can't get away with it, you know. Sometimes you can get away with it. You get a professor who doesn't care too much about how the reports are formatted, you know. But then you get like other ones who kind of look at it and go, what the hell are you formatting with? I haven't seen this in years. Like, oh, well, I guess I have to go get a new book. So my formats are off. My mom offered to check my paperwork, at least for this first course, for the comps, English compositions too. Because I'm probably going to be a bit rusty in my essay writing. Ugh. Is it weird that when I'm thinking about the student debt I'm going to take on over the next 6 years, I keep thinking to myself, like, all I can think about is all of those dragon stones. Like, it is a disgusting amount of money I'm going to be taking out in student loans. And I don't use the word and the terminology disgusting lightly, but it is true. It is very true. It's just, it is going to be a disgusting amount. And it makes me laugh. Biscuit, knock it off. Growling over there in the corner. So I keep thinking to myself, I could become the truth for that kind of money. I could outwill the truth with the money I'm going to be putting into the education. All right, we got one more run to go, guys. And it's hideous. And it makes me giggle because it's hilarious and hideous at the same time. Alright, so this should be 77, right? 370, 387. Okay. So here we are, guys. We are on the last little poll here. A little luck, we might even bump above 400 on this one. Who knows? But yeah, this is our last run for the night. I just wanted to be halfway through the run. I'm going to pop off stream. I will do some grinding the rest of the evening before I go to bed. God, that sounds so horrible. Like, just take that out of context, and it's like, all of a sudden this stream needs to be censored and it's not suitable for adults. But, yeah. Last little bit here. Oh boy, we got a, oh sweet, we got one of those. That completes my day right there. Grind, Brian, grind! Don't stop grinding! You just keep grinding, good sir. That, pop a little of this. Nice. First stage. On to the next stage. Let's see, what else is coming out with the update tomorrow night? We know we're getting the keys. Tomorrow night's update is also the one that updates the card layout, correct? Gives us the color coordinated attack, super attacks and all that. Does that also give us the slidable card info, left to right slidable card info, instead of the kind of the pulls up the second page? So it gives us like 3 scrollable screens for the card info. Does that one come with this update as well? I think it does. There should also be an update that gives us the, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the holographic backgrounds, not for the LRs, but for a lot of the other cards, gets put back in. I may be completely off on that one. I don't think I'm right on that one, actually. But I do believe we do get the scrollables in the cards. Was it the new way that the lock screen looks? We get a different one on that. A few different goodies. You think that the new layout too? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The new layout. When you press the event tab, it'll pop up. And do you want to go to stories? Do you want to go to you know, challenges? Yeah, all of that. You're right. Yeah, it's gonna take a little getting used to. It took me a little getting used to over here on JP, but it's all right. Now, JP? Now that will also give us the ability to select all in missions, right? We're gonna be able to just select everything in missions, and the daily missions get put up in their own little section up there with Goku and Krillin, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, we're gonna have quite a few little goodies that come with this new little with the next little thing. So we are 394, guys. I'm halfway through to 777. I'm gonna continue grinding tonight, but I am done for the stream. Yeah, select all mission rewards too. Yeah. I thought so. Oh, that's good. I mean, they didn't give us everything, but we're pretty much caught up on JP at this point, which is good. Alright, guys, so don't think we have anything new. Yeah, we still got a half hour till crap comes out on Global. If anything comes out on Global. Yeah, that's gonna be for tomorrow night. I had a buddy of mine ask me about the Peppy Gals. He wanted to know if there were LRs in this banner. I told him, I said I did not believe so. But the best way to find out if there are Peppy Gals in these banners, you just need to go over here to single summons. If you look at the list of cards that are under single summons, you can just go right down the list. Like, these are all the SSRs in this banner. And they're all just Peppy Gal SSRs. Alright? Now these are the SRs in the banner. Featured SRs, unfeatured SRs, featured Rs, unfeatured Rs. And this is it. There's not that many cards in this banner, aside from the featured SSRs. So, my quick answer to him was no. The only reason he asked, he was confused, because he kept looking over here in the multis, and the multi-tabs, it only shows you this. So he wasn't sure all what was in the banner. I told him, I said, best way is always check under singles, and then you can go down here and see what are the unfeatured SSRs in a banner. As you can see, this one only has unfeatured SSRs that are Peppy Gals. So, that's just I'm pretty sure most of you know that, but I mean, come on, that was the free-to-play guru. He's been playing this game damn near long enough. He should have known that. Alright, guys. I'm out of here. Yep. Brian, I'll see you later, man. I will try to get the stream up and running tomorrow night before the maintenance comes on. That's going to be the goal. We'll do some more grinding of Vegeta. Maybe we'll do the Peppy Gals event a little bit. I haven't actually Dokkan Awakened those cards. I plan to do that after I finish up Vegeta. So we'll probably do those Thursday, not Wednesday. But anyway, guys, I believe that will do it for the stream. Hashtag floor is lava, if you guys haven't done so already. The floor is a lava. Lava is floor. And that's just wonderful. Alright, guys, I'll see y'all later. Have yourselves a wonderful evening or morning, whatever time it may be for you. And see you later. Bye.